Today on NEA Report, a 2018 election preview for Craighead County. We're going to be looking at the contested races only that are up for grabs in Craighead County, starting in Craighead because it's the most populated county in northeast Arkansas. But fret not, everybody, because we will get to the other counties. And in fact, if you comment and let us know where you want us to cover next, that may just be what helps us to decide. Let's look at the contested races in Craighead County, starting with the countywide races. JP District 2 will be a race between three candidates. The incumbent, Fred Bowers, will be challenged by Danny Oswald and Jason Price. And for the sake of time, we're going to be leaving out the political parties for those who did file under a party. Some of these municipal races we'll get to in a bit don't even have those. That's why we're kind of trimming them. For JP District 3, George Johnson and Linda Denny will both vie for that position. JP District 4 in Craighead County, the vote will go to either Vince Percy or the incumbent, Billy Sue Hoggard. JP District 5, that race between Barbara Weinstock and Don Mullinex. JP District 6, it will be to either Rodney Dunlap or Darrell Cook in that race. And JP District 10, that race will go to either the incumbent, who's running for re-election, Steve Klein, or his challenger, Garrett Barnes. JP District 13 will be a race between Ray Kidd and Kevin Williams. Now to the constable races in Craighead County. The constable number 4, David Henry. He's, of course, the incumbent running for re-election. Or it will go, perhaps, to Chris Lutterlow, his challenger, who seeks also to be constable number 4. Constable number 12. That race will go to either Chris Kellums, he currently holds that seat, that position, or Lane Cohn, who is challenging for constable number 12. Let's cover the positions in Jonesboro that will be contested in this fall's election. Those are all city council positions, 4 of them. Starting in Ward 2, position 1 will be between Dr. Charles Coleman, who currently holds that seat, and Tom Elwood, a former candidate for mayor. In Ward 4, position 1, John Street. He currently holds that seat. He will be running for re-election. He's challenged by Amanda M. Donovan. She also ran for mayor in the previous election. In Ward 5, position 1, it will be between L.J. Bryant, who currently holds that seat, and Robert Spear, who will be challenging him. And finally, in Ward 6, position 1 will go to either Bobby Long, who currently holds the seat, he's up for re-election, or Tommy Baker. He's challenging Mr. Long for that position. Now let's run through some communities in alphabetical order to let you know who's running for what, at least as far as contested races go. In Bay, for mayor, it'll either be Darrell Kirby, the current mayor, the incumbent, that's what that I means if you haven't figured it out yet, or his challenger, Roger Rose. They're both running for mayor in Bay. On the city council, Ward 3, position 1, Jerry Hunt and Curtis Hogan, both running to fill that seat. Ward 3, position 2, the incumbent Donald R. Gray will be running for re-election, challenged by Laura Robertson. In Black Oak, don't think we're forgetting about you. There are just no contested races this year. It looks like all the incumbents are running for re-election unopposed. In Bono, there will be a mayor race. This fall, it's Danny Shaw, the incumbent current mayor, and he's challenged by L.M. Duncan. In Brooklyn, there will be a few races for City Council. Ward 2, position 1, Wilson Shipman and Benjamin Miles will be vying for that position. Staying in Brooklyn, Ward 2, position 1, the incumbent, Floss Gandy, will be challenged by William Thompson and also Lacey Elder. It's going to be 3 different people running for that race. Moving to Caraway now, the mayor's race will be between Bo James, Barry Riley, current mayor, the incumbent, and Billy E. Wells. And on the city council in Caraway, Ward 3, position 1, the incumbent, Marvin Browning, will be challenged by Donald Zell. Continuing with the list in alphabetical order, we would next be going to Cache. However, there are no contested races in Cache, and that's the same for Egypt as well. But Lake City does have a few contested races. For City Clerk Treasurer, Lisa Maynard Sitz will be facing Gail Carner for that position. Also in Lake City, Ward 2, Position 2 will be a position sought after by Jeff Wisham, Michael R. Carner, and Michael George. That's in Lake City, and Michael George is the incumbent in that race. Finally, in Monette, there are no contested races for the 2018 election.
Family Medical Clinic of Walnut Ridge and Bono are your neighborhood healthcare providers, and we're now accepting new patients. We know you have a tight schedule, so we're here 6 days a week at both locations from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome. In Walnut Ridge, stop by 1045 West Main Street or call us to make an appointment, 886-8300. In Bono, we're on Highway 63 North or call 930-9990. Walnut Ridge Family Medical Clinic and Bono Family Medical Clinic, here for you when you need us.
Courtesy of New Wave Wireless, it's time now for a look at your weather forecast. New Wave, home of the $49 iPhone screen repair. On the lower right-hand side of your screen, you see not much on the radar except for a clear map, and that's what we're expecting it to look like for the next 5 days at least, as today we're seeing a cooler day. If you've driven around Jonesboro, it felt really nice outside to drive around with your windows down. Until you get on the highway, in which case you're getting your face blown with a leaf blower at that point or something. I don't know. All right, here's your forecast. How about this? Tonight, partly cloudy, a low around 62. For Thursday, mostly sunny with a high around 81. Really nice day on Thursday. Friday, mostly sunny, a high around 86. 91 on Saturday and 91 on Sunday. Expect to see a lot of sunshine this weekend. It should be a pretty nice time ahead. I'm actually looking ahead in the forecast. I don't see any rainfall out there. A few clouds out there, and we are setting at the high for today right now. It's 83 degrees in Jonesboro, and I hope wherever you're at, it feels as good as it does here. An early morning burglary rocked Jonesboro this morning, and we're learning about it this afternoon on NEA Report. We broke it to you earlier today in a breaking news special update, but here's the full details of it now. On Wednesday this morning, if you're watching with us the same day we produced this, it was at about 8:30 a.m. It was a third party that actually requested a welfare check of somebody that was standing near the apartment complex at 828 South Caraway Road. That's a place we've been several times before in the past, as we've reported on crime on NEA Report. Officers arrived on the scene and contacted the subject, learned he had been the victim of a residential burglary. He informed officers he was asleep when three subjects not known to him entered his apartment, woke him and his roommates up, and had guns and a machete. The intruders then tied the victims' hands behind their backs and demanded money from them. One of the victims, at least, was hit with a firearm while the intruders demanded money. While the victim suffered a minor injury from being hit, thankfully things were not worse. The suspects left the apartment after they were unsuccessful in their attempt to obtain money from the victims. Officers contacted other victims in the home and then called investigators to the scene. Investigators began doing their job by collecting evidence, gathering statements from witnesses, and trying to find out more information. But sometimes it's hard to get people to talk, and that's where you come in. If you have any information that might be able to assist Jonesboro Police Department, the number for JPD, 870-935-6710. The number to call Crime Stoppers anonymously is 870-935-STOP, 7867. And again, you could be the big difference that saves someone's life in a case where you have three people running around violently committing criminal acts, and apparently, at least as of now, not facing consequences for it. Please contact JPD if you have any information as they continue investigating this case, and if they do learn of more about the suspects or develop some leads and pass information along to us, we'll let you know about it on NEA Report. Late last night, a report was made with the Craighead County Sheriff's Office that indicated that a man's dog had been shot, and then a report about animal cruelty was being investigated. Sometime between 11:15 and 11:30 last night, a single gunshot was heard in the area of County Road 3183. It was behind a man's residence where he thought he heard a shotgun, and then he heard a dog yelping in the area. Around then, he went to look for his dog, and that's where he realized that his dog was. his dog had been shot with what appeared to be birdshot, a shotgun wound that was significant, according to the report made by the deputy. The dog needed medical treatment, but the man said he could not afford the medical bill. He said he was going to care for the dog to the best of his ability. At that time, police did investigate the case. I don't have an update as far as what happened or if a suspect was arrested in that. It does not indicate that they did find a suspect or arrest one in this particular report. However, that was being investigated under a misdemeanor cruelty to animal charge. A story from TalkBusiness.net is that Hytrol has spent or is spending $1.5 million to renovate its technology center at the Jonesboro facility. Very neat story from our buddy George Jarrett, and they're going to be holding a dedication ceremony coming up next Tuesday. That's August 28th. The workforce center has, the workforce in the center, rather, has doubled. So 20 to 30 engineers and other workers are employed there, according to the interview with Ben Moyer, who talked to Talk Business and Politics, and our friend George Jarrett, which, if you want, you can read more about that story. All you got to do is go to talkbusiness.net and, of course, click on the story. It's all about Hytrol, and, that's what it looks like. A $12,000 grant from Bosch Community Fund will fund a pilot research program at Williams Baptist University. And you're seeing a photo there of the check that's being awarded along with the smiles coming with that. Steve Engelken, Operations Manager, and Tracy Brock, Human Resource Manager at the Walnut Ridge Boss facility, presented that grant to Dr. Stan Norman, President at WBU, not WBC, and Dr. Ann Patterson, Nell Mundy Chair of Natural Sciences and Professor of Biology at Williams. Did I say that right? If I did, wow. Biology is the most popular major at WBU. I didn't know that. And the grant will be used to launch a collaborative research program in marine conservation. Williams students selected for the program will participate in preparatory activities and study during the academic year, and then accompany 2 faculty members to Titusville, Florida in May. Once in Florida, they'll spend 1 month conducting research projects in marine conservation and performing community service to improve environmental quality in their work area. A pretty neat story from WBU, and congratulations to them, and thanks to the Bosch Community Fund for helping fund higher education. Here's a look at the top stories so far this week on NEA Report. No surprise, Afro Man is getting high once again, this time on our list, just like he did at the Vault. But he won't answer my messages on Facebook, so I think he's mad at me because he's already made one post that seemed like that, I don't know, he might have been. I'll explain it on our Patreon page. Give us a like on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and we're on Patreon as well. We're going to be doing some neat stuff there sooner than you think. I'm Stan Morris, and this is NEA Report.